mi gente, Marcucci here again with another video, and today is the launch of the ONDO Global Markets. In less than 24 hours, StreETH 2.0 comes to Ethereum, or as how they're calling it, StreETH 2.0. I'm so excited about this product. I can't wait for it to come out, and it gives access to a lot of people that did not have access to the US financial system. So I'm really excited about this. Other people are not as excited about this, and I try to be as unbiased as I can on this channel. So I like to show the good sides and the bad sides. I'm not trying to be like, oh my god, this is so bullish and there's nothing bearish about it, right? Marty Party, which I suggest everyone follow him. He's one of the smartest people on Twitter and in the whole crypto space. He says, people, tomorrow ONDO goes live with their X stock copy on Ethereum. Understand, yesterday we witnessed the first hand any scale over 15 TPS. Ethereum falls over and gas goes to $300 a transaction. How is ONDO going to succeed with that technological barrier? So Iris says, yeah, that's a valid concern, but Andrew Jenkins from ONDO has been talking about how they architected this specifically to handle congestion and batch transactions efficiently. They seem confident about it. And then to which he responds, it will fail. All it has done is to test me before. It's not possible. People will be extorted for high gas, and hey, crypto, ONDO are green. With that being said, I wish ONDO nothing but the best on this launch. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Transaction fees or gas fees are not that high, and people are really happy. I wish ONDO nothing but the best, and I think it's going to be a great project. Anyways, let's move forward. We're going to be doing our weekly tokenization roundup, where ONDO gives us all the latest news on the RWA space and the tokenization space, and we kind of go over them. And honestly, this week, as every week, we have a lot of great news from Circle, Google developing their own layer 1, a super app. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. And we're going to be starting with Paul Atkins, where he says, as a part of Project Crypto, the SEC has something that's called a super app. So let's see what this is all about.
A key priority of my chairmanship is to allow market participants to innovate with super apps. I'm often asked, what do you mean by a super app? Plain and simple, securities intermediaries should be able to offer a broad range of products and services under one roof with a single license. A broker-dealer with an alternative trading system should be able to offer trading in non-security crypto assets alongside crypto asset securities, traditional securities, and other services without requiring 50-plus state licenses or multiple federal licenses. I've directed the Commission staff to develop further guidance and rule proposals, ultimately to make this super app vision a reality.
So it looks like you're no longer going to need all these, different licenses if you want to operate in all these different states at the federal level. It looks like everything's going to be under one license or one umbrella, which in my opinion is really bullish. Other people might not see it that way, but it just allows more people to innovate, and it gives people more access to to this traditional system that we already have. So overall, really bullish. I want to see the super app already. Hopefully, we start getting these super apps in late 2025, maybe 2026. The latest 2027, right? But yeah, the next one is Finastra and Circle for strategic collaboration to bring stable coin settlements to cross-border payments. What I want to talk about is real quick. So this collaboration will leverage Finastra's payment hub solutions, including Global Pay Plus, as the first Finastra solution to connect financial institutions to Circle's payment infrastructure, offering rapid, cost-effective international transfers. So Finastra, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, will connect its GPP customers processing over 5 trillion, right? Not 5 billion, 5 trillion in cross-border transactions daily. So that is super insane. I love that. So this collaboration is about giving banks the tools they need to innovate in cross-border payments without having to build a standalone payment processing infrastructure, said Chris Walters, CEO of Finastra. So by connecting Finastra's payment hub to Circle's stablecoin infrastructure, we can help our clients access innovative settlement options. So yeah, super positive. I feel we're 2 out of 2, right? We're hitting it out of the park. The next one comes from the GFMA, so Joint Trades published report on the impact of DLT in capital markets. I haven't read the report yet. I'm really sorry, but here are some key takeaways. I'll obviously leave the report down there if you guys want to read it. I suggest everyone to read it. I'll be reading myself. But some of the key report highlights include DLT is ready to scale, institutional adoption is accelerating, with tokenized money market funds and digital bond issuance gaining traction globally. Technology neutral regulation is essential. The joint trades emphasize the prudential frameworks must focus on the underlying financial activity and risk, not the technology use. Overly conservative capital treatments for crypto assets risk punishing innovation outside the regulatory parameter. So I think that's true. I think, we have to regulate this space, but we can't over-regulate it, right? I think that's really important. Legislation and regulation must match. Reform needs to keep pace with development of DLT-based finance and market developments, and DLT enables safer, and efficient markets. Its use case, such as collateral management, fixed income issuance, and fund tokenization, demonstrate reduced settlement times, improve liquidity, and enhance operational resilience. So, yeah. Overall, 3 out of 3 so far, right? It says the stage of mass adoption and tokenization in capital markets is set, driven by clear regulatory pathways, mature technology platforms, and committed institutional participation. Now is the time for coordinated action to harness the benefits of DLT, modernize financial infrastructure, and support sustained economic growth. So, overall, pretty impressive. I love it, and I can't wait to read the report. And the next one is Google advances its layer 1 blockchain. Here's what we know so far. So Rich Winman, head of Web3 strategy at Google, outlined on Tuesday how his firm's upcoming layer 1 blockchain for finance differs from Stripe's Temp and Circle's Arc. So here's what we know so far. Google Cloud's Universal Ledger GCUL was first announced in March with CME Group as a blockchain built for finance. What I want to talk about is that this is the launch is a private testnet. It's developed by Google. Obviously, it's built for finance, native commercial bank, money on chain, and is Python-based smart contracts. But I will say, it's private. It's not a public blockchain. Google has the money to burn in something like this. Hopefully, I don't want to say I don't want innovation. This is obviously a great step towards innovation, but I think public blockchains are the way to go. Obviously, I wish Google nothing but the best. And really, let's see. And hopefully when it comes out, we use it. We use applications, and some good applications are being built there as well. So the last bit of news is coming from Catherine Pham. She's the acting chairman. She announces FBOT advisory to provide regulatory clarity for non-US exchanges. Now, people were really bullish about this, especially when it comes to Binance, and they were saying, "Oh, why use Hyperliquid when Binance is just gonna have its regulatory clarity that it needs and come back to the US, whatever it may be." I don't really know. Hopefully the regulatory clarity does help Binance and does help non-US exchanges, and more non-US exchanges come into US, and there's more competition, because like I said, competition just breeds the best, and hopefully that clarity is there. So she says today the FBOT especially provides the regulatory clarity needed to legally onshore trading activity that was driven out of the United States due to its unprecedented regulation by enforcement approach over the past several years. And this is something that we've been seeing. I want to keep beating the horse, but this is something that we kept hearing. Before they were persecuted, whatever it may be. Now, thankfully, they're not. So hopefully they come back here to the US and everyone starts building and everyone is all dandy and happy. Anyways, let me know if you're as excited as me in the comment section about Wall Street 2.0 and it's coming to Ethereum. Let me know also if you think it's going to be bearish that they are dropping on Ethereum and something like, I don't know, Solana. I'm a Solana maxi. I think it's going to be good though. I think they're going to have just a great launch. And so anyways, intrigue to your thoughts. Please let me know what you think about the video. And as always, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.